Qatar, for example, it's a member of the United Nations. They are the ones who have been funding Hamas.
Viewers and subscribers, welcome once again to Think Tank TV. Now, facts are beginning to unveil that Iran, Russia, Qatar, and China are some of the major countries that are funding the Hamas movement. Yes, it was made known by one of the sons of Hamas who made this public in the United States Assembly, where the world has become shocked at what he unveiled for everyone to hear and see. This press briefing has actually gained millions of views just a few hours ago, as the whole world has been reacting to this video, and I'd like you to watch this video. Now, in some of the words, he said, whatever serves our political short-term interest, we go for it, not knowing that we are going against the collective consciousness of humanity. He actually went ahead to say that the major mission of Hamas is to terminate the nation of Israel. How interesting. He went ahead to say that the 7th of October attack on Israel was actually a birthday gift that Hamas gave to Putin. Now, you want to hear this strong word as he has unveiled everything you need to know about the Hamas versus Israel war. But please don't go anywhere. Do well to get this full detail for yourself, as I'll be coming back to show you some other information I got and I extracted from this video. My name is Moses and this is Think Tank TV.
What made Hamas attack this time a lot stronger than the past wars? Because under the international pressure, we had to negotiate with them. And we had to give them legitimacy. This is what encouraged them and gave them power. You know, Qatar, for example, it's a member of the United Nations, playing the mediator, etc. They could have fooled me. They are the ones hosting Hamas. They are the ones who have been funding Hamas. Russia, Musa Abu Marzouk, a Hamas top leader, was in Moscow just yesterday. Okay, to be more accurate, a week ago. What's this? Where democracies should be united in fighting such savages. All of us saw Hamas. You call a hostage situation, but you want the true term Hamas uses for this? Booty. It's not even hostages. It's not war prisoners. All of us saw Hamas, savage, grab a teenager girl from the neck, pushing her into the unknown. That's your very freedom. That girl represents your freedom. And none of us thought about the mother of that kid and how she felt about seeing her daughter being dragged that way by a savage who wants to dominate, who sees women as a property. This is how Hamas sees women, a property, something they can own. As they want to own territory, more territory, their lust, their sexual lust, their lust for power, their lust for territory. I had to die many times in order to transcend this mentality. So we are talking about a big problem. It's beyond Israel. And here is the danger. And with this, I will conclude. The danger if Israel fail their war in Gaza, which is a brutal war, because if it was open war, Israel would annihilate Hamas in no time, matter of hours, let's say days. Hamas is finished. But since Hamas strategy, it's a strategic thing of Hamas to take human shields. This crime cannot be forgiven. None of us should forgive this crime. gambling with children's blood for political gain, it doesn't get worse than this. So Israel now got stained by blood. This is what Hamas wanted to happen from day one. They wanted to sacrifice thousands of children so Israel can take the blame. Digging tunnels and bunkers under hospitals, schools, launching missiles. A Hamas misfire, how many people killed at a hospital, and they went so fast to blame Israel, and the rest of the world listened to them and listened to their propaganda. Nobody is concerned to check what is true and what is false. Whatever that serve our political and short-term interest, we go for it. Suicidal, not knowing that we are going against evolution. We are going against the collective consciousness of humanity. We're going against the interest of children, the defenseless children who has no one to speak on their behalf. They don't have the power to discern. And yes, they are dying, but who's causing all this death? Blame is the cheap way. It's the way of the coward. Those who have the courage take responsibility. They don't blame. If Hamas is not defeated, if Hamas is not eradicated in Gaza, we will set the model. We will give the freedom to so many radical groups around the world, especially in Europe. Because many of ISIS have fled to Europe under civilian cover. They are sleeping cells in Europe. And there is a migrant problem in Europe. And there is an Islamic problem in Europe. And this is just a warning. If you really care for the global security, and I speak as a person who was part of the counter-terrorism effort against radical Islamists, if Hamas is not defeated in Gaza, it will inspire many groups around the globe. They will see that few thousands of savages can blackmail the international community, the superpowers, and bring democracies to their knees. Many of them are watching now, and many of them are very happy about how the world is responding. And many of them are satisfied to see the state of confusion and fear and anxiety. This is the time to get united. Because if Israel fails in Gaza, all of us will be next. Thank you for listening, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. May God bless all of us and protect our children, not only the Palestinian children, but also the Israeli children. Bring the hostages back to their families, and may God bring peace to this divided world. Thank you very much for listening.
You've seen it for yourself that Putin is doing everything humanly possible to have diplomatic ties with the likes of Hamas, Qatar, Iran, China, just to gain more political relevance. But how does this affect Africa in the first place? Just yesterday, the South African government went ahead to issue a statement reprimanding Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, and asking the International Criminal Court to issue a warrant of arrest against him, stating that he has committed war crimes that is worse than that of what Putin has done in Ukraine. Now you can see for yourself that Putin is gradually creeping into Africa, as it's a no-brainer to know that Putin is actually the mastermind behind the coup that has happened in Niger, Burkina Faso, Gabon, and the other nations. We all know that he who pays the piper dictates the tune, and here's what my take is. In as much as we want revolution, in as much as we want freedom, we must know that Putin has an interest. And the question is, what is his interest in Africa? Julius Malema and the likes of the South African president has already been blowing his trumpet, but we need to find out, because obviously this guy has an interest in Africa. This is what African presidents must find out, so that we will not find ourselves to become indebted to Russia again, just like we were indebted to our colonial masters. Do want to hit the comment section? Let's get to know what your thinking is, as we shall continually be here to serve you. Thank you so much to all our viewers and returning subscribers who do not take it lightly. My name again is Moses, and this is Think Tank TV. See you on our next video. Bye for now.